Alright, hey everybody, it is Tori and I am back. After the TTM video, I will spin the wheel and see who the winner is, so hold tight. Let's get started with the TTMs, and the first one comes from Brad Edwards, the former athletic director at George Mason University. He is now working in the NFL offices, I think in alumni relations or something like that. I'm not entirely sure where he's working in the NFL, but he left George Mason to go to the NFL front offices. Brad Edwards had a couple of interceptions in Super Bowl 27, picked off Jim Kelly twice. That is quite the highlight, to pick off Jim Kelly in the Super Bowl. I did send Brad Edwards 2 cars, but he only returned the one, the 1994 Fleer card. It's okay, and interesting, he chose red. It kind of bleeds, and then it also looks like that it ran a little bit, so I didn't prep it very well. We're going to get on to the next one, and it comes from Hall of Famer Mel Renfro. Wasn't entirely sure what his fee was. It's kind of scattered all over the place, $20, $10. Seen some people get those successes. I was talking to Michael Myers before I sent it off, and I asked him what he recommends. Should I send 10? Should I send 20? And he said, send 10, see what happens. And it looks like that Mel Renfro will just take anything above a 10 spot for his autograph. So very cool to get another Hall of Famer back. And he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1996. So he has been a Hall of Famer for almost 30 years now, which is really cool, and always happy to get a Hall of Famer, especially for $10. I'll take it. As I say a lot of times, all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. We're going to get on to the next one, and it comes from Hall of Famer, TTM Hall of Famer, Ron Gant. You send it, he signs it. And when I was looking up some cool information about Ron Gant, I came across that his first home run was off Nolan frickin' Ryan. I don't care who you are. That is pretty gosh darn cool. It was several days after his big league debut, and the Astros were in Atlanta to take on the Braves. And it was a first inning home run off of Nolan Ryan. And then I believe it was the third or maybe it was the fourth inning, Ron Gant came back up to the plate, and Nolan Ryan taught Ron Gant a lesson and struck him out. So I guess it was a win for both of them. If my first career home run was off of Nolan Ryan, I would have been doing a happy dance around the bases, and I think everybody else here on YouTube would be doing happy dances as well. Ron Gant did have a couple of 30-30 seasons, so 30 home runs and 30 stolen bases, and I'm sure everybody knows that he is a anchor for Fox 5. I believe that's a station in Atlanta. So cool to get a TTM Hall of Famer back. And it's on to the last one, and also a score for Team 80s, and it is Rick Manning, the voice of the Cleveland Guardians, the TV voice of the Cleveland Guardians. He's been doing that for the past 34 years. So I'm guessing this will be his 35th season in the booth. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong on the exact years, but I was looking it up, and I'm pretty sure last year was his 34th year. And his first career home run was an inside the park job. He was a center fielder, so he's got to be fast, right? And he just ran around the bases for his first career homer. Rick Manning, don't know much else to say about him. Most everybody knows the story about him and Dennis Eckersley. Don't need to repeat that here, but second time that I've gotten Rick Manning back. Also the second time that I've gotten Ron Gant. So those are my TTMs. Have a great holiday, everybody. And hold tight 1 second, and we will spin that wheel to find out who the trivia winner was. I asked you who the 4 Hall of Famers were that appeared in Amos Otis's first game where he collected a hit, and they were Phil Negro, Hank Aaron, Joe Torre, and Bob Uecker. The people that guessed it correctly were Cooler Plastic, The Card Closet, Craig Lammers, Reindeer Studios, Jack Smith, and Alan Twitchell. So let's get ready to spin that wheel, and here we go. Congratulations, Reindeer Studios.